There are very few panels that have been created for trans women. The AIDS epidemic impacted our community tremendously. 80%, we had an 80% infection rate in our community. So that was just like an annihilation of a small population of people. So that's why it was so important to tell this part of the story. I had never dealt with the deaths. It was so many. They all passed during what I call the Holocaust, because it was just like people were dying every other day. We were losing people. I couldn't even remember the people that had died from one week to the other. So I had to ask people, did you tell me that Rachel died? Did you tell me that so-and-so died? It was just a numbing experience at the time that it was happening. And then I'm expecting, when is my time coming? A lot of people died alone. A lot of people died on the bridges right up the street from here. It was a lot of people died up under that bridge that just out in the cold, just froze to death because they didn't want to go down there and get no help. And Grady is right around the corner. A big hospital there right around the corner. But how can medical care be that close to you and you not receive the care? It's the reason why. And the stigma, discrimination, the lack of access to care, those are the reasons. My panel is for a bunch of women that used to frequent the club that we had here in Atlanta called the Marquette Lounge. And these were notorious women, and they had notorious names like Soul Train, Soul Makusa, and the Black Widow. So I wanted them to be remembered. My panel is red because that's the color of the Marquette Lounge. Everything was red in there. The lights are red. The wallpaper was red. The marquee was red outside. So I made my panel red. I said I put about 20 women on that quilt. It was a workshop, and it was with most of, I call my family, my Common Ground family. And Common Ground is the Interfaith AIDS Network. And we had a support group there. And we all joined in, and everybody did a quilt panel. It was a wonderful, endearing experience, and it was very connecting. We all connected with each other's panel, told the stories behind each other's panel, and it just really brought us together. We cried, we hugged, and we remembered. I feel like I'm part of a family that's mourning together. We're totally connected forever. As long as the quilt lives, we're connected. Most of us didn't think that we was going to have emotional attachment to the quilt like that, knowing that the quilt was going to be sewn into the rest of the quilt the quilt. And when the time came to give over our quilt panels, it was very emotional. It was the letting go of a lot of stuff that we had held in. You never realize how much stuff that you hold back in order to survive. Having to survive through the AIDS Holocaust. In order for you to keep going, you had to push back those thoughts of the people that were dying right in front of you. It's still emotional to me now because I'm bringing them back. But I had to. I had to be here to bring them back again because I want them to live on in this quilt. And I know they'll live on in this quilt. The whole experience gave me closure. I was able to mourn the death. I could do something positive with the energy that I was feeling, with the emotions that I was feeling. I was able to do something positive with that energy and get that energy out. So the 2 or 3 hours was therapy for all of us. Quit making this activism. Yes, it's in your face activism. The quilt, everywhere it goes, is on the front line showing people what happened. It travels all over the country. It goes to the nation's capital. It cannot be denied that these people lived and that they died and that we are still suffering from the effects of HIV and AIDS.